Nova Strike!
Craving anime where the protagonist dominates every battle, outsmarts every rival, and turns heads with their sheer power? You're in for a treat. This year's lineup is packed with legends in the making, ready to raise the bar on what it means to be overpowered. From unbeatable warriors to unstoppable strategists, these new anime are here to deliver everything you love about OP heroes. Number 10, even given the worthless Appraiser class, I'm actually the strongest. It's a tale as old as time. Someone gets dealt the worst possible hand by fate and everyone writes them off. Meet Ein, stuck with the Appraiser job class in a world where your divine career assignment is your entire identity. While everyone else is out there swinging legendary swords or casting world-ending spells, our guy's special talent is basically being a walking price checker. After being kicked to the curb one too many times by his party members, Ein was ready to throw in the towel. But here's the funny thing about rock bottom. Sometimes it's actually a solid foundation to build on. Turns out that useless Appraiser ability isn't just for telling you how much that rusty sword is worth. When you can see the true value of everything, including yourself, you might just discover you've been sitting on the most overpowered ability all along. Number 9, I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. Getting fired can, at times, be the perfect excuse for a career upgrade. Just ask UK Feldio. After 5 years of being his A-rank party's glorified handyman and occasional punching bag, this red mage finally decided to quit being everyone's favorite doormat. Talk about a workplace improvement plan. But before he could properly settle into his unemployment arc, fate threw him a plot twist in the form of his old students, an all-female party ready to take on the dungeon scene. Now, instead of fetching potions for ungrateful elites, he's putting his actually pretty impressive magical skills to good use. Turns out, when you're not busy being everyone's errand boy, you can do some pretty amazing things with magic. Number 8, Bogus skill, Fruitmaster. When push comes to shove, most people would be pretty disappointed to get a farming skill in a world of magical fruits and epic abilities. That's Light's situation after scoring Fruitmaster, probably the least impressive power next to professional sock folder. In a world where eating more than one skill fruit turns you into a cautionary tale, our guy accidentally discovers he's got an all-you-can-eat pass to the power buffet. While everyone else is stuck with your one-and-done skill choices, Light's out there turning the certain death rule into more of a serving suggestion. Now he's farming not just crops, but abilities, proving that sometimes the most broken power isn't the flashiest, it's the one that lets you break all the rules. Number 7, I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Working overtime without any pay? Nah, better to just punch the clock, and then punch some monsters. Alina Clover thought being a guild receptionist meant comfy chairs and minimal stress. Instead, she's drowning in paperwork thanks to perpetually dungeon-stuck adventurers. Her solution? Become the ultimate fixer, a mysterious, overpowered solo adventurer who bursts into dungeons, obliterates the boss, and vanishes before anyone can say, thanks. It's all in the name of avoiding overtime, you see. but a receptionist with a side hustle like this is bound to attract attention. Rumors are swirling about the Phantom Boss Slayer, and Alina's strictly no side job policy is looking shaky, especially since the sharp-eyed leader of the famous Silver Sword Party is starting to suspect that the quiet girl behind the counter might be more than she seems. Her secret might just be the biggest boss she's ever faced. Number 6, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time.
Take a pose!
Heroes capable of obliterating everyone are cool, yes, but have you ever met someone who can literally create anything? Meet Takumi Iruma, who got accidentally swept up in a hero summoning and picked alchemy as a skill, because nothing says please leave me out of your epic battles quite like choosing a crafting ability, except it turns out he basically picked the cheat code to reality itself. While other heroes are out there swinging their swords, Takumi's casually crafting those swords and warships and magical items and pretty much anything else you can imagine.
I was able to craft cooking utensils and other helpful tools. Thanks to all that, my alchemist level skyrocketed.
Now he's living his best life as a merchant who could probably take over the world if he wasn't too busy trying to avoid the spotlight, because sometimes the most overpowered person isn't the one throwing fireballs, it's the guy who can make the fireballs and the armor to resist them, and maybe a nice cup of tea while he's at it. Number 5, Behemoth, the elf girl's cat, is secretly an S-ranked monster. What if you get transported to another world, not as a human with OP abilities, but a fluffy little house cat who's actually one of the most terrifying monsters in existence?
その危険度は国家戦力で対応すべき最害級モンスター。ベヒーモスへの転生。
That's the identity crisis our former knight is dealing with after his heroic death led to the most unexpected respawn ever, as a baby behemoth who looks suspiciously like something you'd find in a pet shop. Instead of getting slain like any respectable monster, he gets adopted by a kind-hearted elf adventurer who thinks she's just rescued an ordinary kid. Now he's living a double life as both an adorable house pet and a legendary monster in training. Trying to balance between purring for treats and maintaining his fearsome reputation, because sometimes the most dangerous thing in the room isn't the warrior with the sword, it's the cute cat curled up by the fireplace. Number 4, the healer who is banished from his party is in fact the strongest. Talking about getting kicked out of old jobs, Laustis' story takes the cake, being a healer who gets booted from your party because they think you're not pulling your weight. After years of being everyone's favorite healing vending machine, the Blades of Lightning decided to trade up for a supposedly better model, leaving him to deal with the fantasy equivalent of a bad Yelp review.
未だにエリアヒールもハイヒールも使えない。究極の役立たずなのよ。
Enter Narcina, a rookie adventurer who sees what everyone else missed, and suddenly our useless healer is blazing through uncharted dungeon territory like it's a walk in the park. Now, his old party's struggling with a Hydra problem they can't solve, even with their fancy new healer.
ヒール
この傷にただのヒールじゃ焼け石に水。
ヒールヒールヒール
ちょっと何やってんの？
Funny how life works. Sometimes you don't realize what you've got until it's busy becoming legendary with someone else, because the best revenge isn't getting even, it's getting better and letting them figure out exactly what they lost. Number 3, Chillin in another world with level 2 super cheat powers.
How do you possess such magic? This can't be. No, it's not possible. His skills are infinite!
How does one fail upwards so spectacularly? Just ask Banaza, your average merchant who got yanked into a hero summoning and turned out to be about as heroic as a potato.
Report this news to the king at once!
Yes!
Hey! Excuse me! I'm still here! Hello? Can you send me home?
While other summon champions are out there swinging legendary weapons, our guy's main skill is haggling over vegetable prices. The king was so unimpressed, he basically told Banata to go be useless somewhere else. But once this supposed failure hits level 2, he suddenly becomes the fantasy equivalent of a game-breaking glitch. Now he's just vibing in the countryside with powers that make those proper heroes look like kids playing pretend, because sometimes the best way to handle being the worst hero ever is to actually become the most overpowered one instead.
You've gotta be kidding me! That spell is too advanced even for me! You're just a grubby peasant! It's not fair!
Number 2, no longer allowed in another world. Most isekai heroes get truck-hooned while doing something noble. Our guy was in the middle of a dramatic double suicide with his lover. Meet Sensei, a rider who got yanked into another world right before his grand finale, and now he's more interested in finding his lost love than playing hero in some cosmic drama.
Wherever you are, I swear I will find you.
Instead of slaying the Demon King like the priestess Annette wants, he's collecting party members by accident, a martial artist he saved and said priestess who's now oddly devoted to him. While everyone's worried about monsters, Sensei's discovering that humans are the real plot twist in this world.
I was consumed by greed, and that made me take an innocent life from the world. I am no longer human.
Now this failed suicide attempter might be the only one who can save a world he never wanted to be in. Talk about an unexpected plot development. Number 1, Sakamoto Days. We're back to square one. A deadly assassin meets a girl, falls in love, and trades in his sniper rifle for a convenience store scanner. Meet Taro Sakamoto, former king of the Hitman world who's now more concerned with restocking shelves and taking out targets. His biggest mission these days, making sure the ice cream freezer stays at the right temperature. But retiring from the murder business isn't as simple as putting in your 2 weeks notice. His old colleagues keep showing up, convinced this domestic bliss is just an elaborate cover. Now he's got to protect his family in town without breaking his no-killing rule, turning everyday items into non-lethal weapons and his store into an unlikely battleground. Because sometimes, the deadliest man alive just wants to live his best dad life, if only everyone else would get the memo.
Light him up.